I'm here to provide you an update after my last video regarding the food crisis as a direct result of the war and the Strait of Hormuz. So we've talked about the why behind the crisis. We talked about the blockades, the energy spikes, and the fertilizer shortages. Now let's talk about the how we as families and communities can prepare and thrive during this season of scarcity. You see, I've mentioned this before. Preparation isn't about panic. It's about stewardship and peace of mind. So I have some pointers for you. Number one, grow. Start where you are. You don't need to be a farmer to be a producer. You don't need to have a farm. While my mom has been taking care of me, she's been working in my garden. She really has a couple of green thumbs. We planted herbs, papaya, avocados, peppers, oranges, green onions, garlic, turmeric, and more. We're using every space possible, both inside of my house and outside, in my front yard and in my backyard. I started off planting what I wanted to keep from buying in the stores, like green peppers, and Mommy planted what she likes. And together we're seeing God at work. It is so beautiful, y'all. Container gardening. If space is too tight, use pots for nutrient-dense greens, tomatoes, and peppers. Focus on calories. If you have the space, plant you some potatoes, some beans, squash. These provide energy, the energy needed during lean times. Let's look at the native plants. Grow crops that are suited for your area, for your climate, that yields better results. So if you're in New Orleans, New York, Houston, Atlanta, or wherever, research what grows best in your zone and when to plant and harvest your crops. Number two, store and preserve your food. Gradually build a 1 month supply of everyday staples like rice, beans, flour, and oats. Buy an extra bag each trip to avoid straining your budget. For instance, I have a 5-gallon food grade bucket for rice. I layer bay leaves at the bottom of the bucket, and then I add a layer of rice, followed by another layer of bay leaves. I do this until I've filled up the bucket. Now the bay leaves is used to keep the bugs out of the rice and keep it nice and fresh. And so when I see that it's getting low, then I go ahead and buy some more rice. Canning and dehydrating. Learn to water, bathe, or pressure can your summer harvest. Canning preserves nutrients for years without needing electricity. So you can purchase your mason jars at the Dollar Tree or any dollar store. Stock up on those so that you can can your harvest, which will make it last a long time in your pantry. Pantry is nice and dark and cool. And you want to rotate your stock. First in, first out. Keep your pantry fresh by eating what you store and replacing it whenever you see that it's running a little low. Clip coupons, y'all. Y'all got to start doing that again. Look for sales and make your purchases based on what you and your family will use. Otherwise, you're wasting money buying items you and your family won't eat just because it's on sale. So do the same thing with your toiletries and other essential items, okay? Buy what you're going to use, buy them on sale. Community resilience. Partner with your neighbors and your family to save money on grains and meat. You buy in bulk, that saves costs. Skill sharing. If you know how to garden, but your neighbor knows how to fix engines, how to work on cars, trade skills. We're stronger when we work together, people. A message of hope. I'm going to give you a message of hope. While the headlines tells us what's been taken away, let's focus on what we can build. This crisis is an invitation to return to our roots, y'all, to slow down and to rediscover the joy of providing for ourselves and our neighbors. Hard times don't just reveal character, they build it. We are a resilient people with a long history of overcoming. Take a deep breath, plant a seed, and remember, the sun still rises and hope is a resource that never runs dry. So keep hope alive, y'all.